Hi YouTubers. Today we are going to start the process of lowering the battery on this car and adding on some wires so that we can add an extra battery to it. Stay tuned. First step here is going to be putting jack stands under all four corners of the vehicle, so we've got some jacking to do. Getting jack stands under the four corners and trying to get them as high as we can get them. It's the first step. Okay, after a little bit of toil, all four wheels are off the ground. Hopefully, enough clearance for that battery. Yeah, that should be enough. Next step is to pull the safety plug, safety grip. I've already done so, but it's under here and it lives in here as such. You pull this little clip. It's kind of a double clip. And then the battery's half as dangerous. Next is the 12-volt battery in the front. Next step is to remove one of your battery cables. It's like this one's very agreeable. There you go. Might want to tighten it a little better on the way back. After removing a fair amount of 10mm bolts and some clips, we get access to the hookups. So now they recommend that you wear your safety gloves anytime you mess with this stuff. So this first one, it's usually pretty easy to twist. Easier with two hands. And you just pull. There you go, one down. This other one's a little more difficult. It's got a couple safeties and such. Not sure if you push this in or out. It looks like it's already out. Huh. Not sure. There's also another little clip on the side over here. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, so I'm going to have to do this and I'll be back with you guys. Eventually, I pulled my blue clip this direction out, wiggled with this, and it had a little, it's got a little button on the side right about there. I just grabbed it and I was able to pull it back, and then I pushed this little thing, hold on, this little indentation to finally get the whole show to come out. So next step is starting to take some of the bolts down. So I'm gonna take all the center bolts first. So I've worked my way around the battery. I took out all the ones in the front row. Basically all the bolts I got loosed. I've got the ones in the very center holding it, and now I'm trying to figure out the height I want this car before I lower this thing, because I'm going to be moving the battery with this particular jack at that height with some wood spacers between it and the battery underneath the little balanced jack point symbol, whatever. And I want to make sure that I need to make sure there's enough room for when it falls. Hopefully it will still roll out from under the car, but it's not too high so that when I get the jack all the way up, I'll need to get a bolt into one of these holes or another jack with more spacers underneath it, and I really would rather avoid that if possible. So anyway, I'm gonna do some figuring. Wish me luck. So after a little bit of deliberation, I decided to lower them a little bit, about one one click on my Harbor Freight taller style jack stands. So now I've got 2 pieces of wood here, pardon me, and I've got the jack almost fully extended. Looks like it's holding the weight, so to speak. It's under a little bit of tension. It's not holding the whole car up, obviously, but and now I'm getting ready to pull the remaining 2 bolts here in the middle of the battery. This one and on the other side the same way. So I'm gonna do that now. So here we are. This is our last bolt. The other side did in fact lower just a little bit, so I'm actually gonna give this a pump or two. Okay. All right, here goes nothing. It's gonna be loud. Okay. All right, here goes nothing. I think I'm gonna set this other jack I have in the front, just in case it tries to take a nosedive or something. I have to go find some other spacers. Nice and slow. exactly work as planned. After a little more wrangling, I was able to use the creeper and these jacks to maneuver the battery onto the creeper. And now I've got to man up and pull this thing out. Well, turns out the answer is a strap and a beast of burden. So now it's time to